Hi, I'm just going to tell you what I want done to clean up the garden. Just first the grass here, just trim off some of these edges, these weeds. Up here, trim back these bushes. Just cut these plants back so they, way back past where the driveway is. The driveway's got grass all over it. Poison it first, then come back, cut it off, get rid of these leaves over here. Cut this bush way back, it's got way too big, way past where the driveway is. Poison more plants here. Poison these grass on the walkway. Get rid of this weed here. Now over here, under this grass here, the plumbers dug a pipe up here at one point, and the paving stones were not really put back correctly. They're sort of sunken here and not really put back. If you could sort of dig up those paving stones just in that one place and sort of lay them flatter, that would be good if that's something you can do. I don't think you need any extra paving stones, but there are spare ones at the back if necessary. Just trim these path edges. Just trim these, poison these again and trim them back. Cut back these plants here have got a bit too big, just trim them right back. This gum tree here, that's going to grow really big if it's left to go, so just completely get rid of that gum tree there. More trimming of the edges of the driveway. Cut back this ivy. I don't know if you get rid of a few bits of rubbish here. This tyre, I don't know who owns that. Just if you could get rid of that. Cut the ivy back. Trim the ivy back here. More weeds that need poisoning and cutting back. More paving here. Needs some poisoning and then getting rid of it on the paving. If you could help move these tiles around to the back near the garage, so I can have this clear. More weeds, more cutting back. There's all this bamboo. We were thinking of putting it in the garden, in the green bin, but I think it might be easier if, I don't know, if you could get rid of that, that would be good. This thistle's here a weed, if you could poison that and get rid of it. More weeds to poison and get rid of. Weeds to poison and get rid of. More weeds to poison and get rid of. You can sort of trim this bamboo here back to where the path is. Trim a few bits off it. Oh, maybe trim it so you can sort of get up there past the water heaters so it's not crowding all these water heaters. More weeds to poison and trim back. Weeds. Just trim this ivy back to the side. Clean up these leaves. If you could get rid of this these shells here that are bad, just take that to the rubbish tip. get rid of this plant as much as you can completely. Poison it preferably first, because it's annoying. It just keeps growing up, and so that corner plant, poison, get rid of. And here on the other side of the bamboo, if you could just trim these offshoots so that it's not crowding out the water heater and the aircon unit. Oh, and there's a few, one or two really tall things. The electric company is going to start complaining because they're really tall. So if you just get rid of the one or two that are super tall. Get rid of this ivy that's starting to grow on the water tank. Just trim the grass here around the edge of the wood pile. trim poison. Just clean up some of these leaves here. Cut off these weeds that are growing up here. And that's about it, really.